Hey, what's up, guys? The Book Reaction. Damn, back on the next video. We're reacting to everything wrong with A Quiet Place in 13 minutes or less. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys know who the channel is. They do a lot of these everything's wrong with like 13 minutes real series, very big, get a lot of views. But the reason I want to act for this one is because I really liked The Quiet Place. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Like, only thing I thought was wrong was the fact, that at first it kind of caught you off by surprise, that there was no sound, but that actually added to the intensity of the movie. Like in that beginning scene when the little boy got snatched up by that shit, like by that thing at the beginning, like the movie was incredible, phenomenal. They did a really great job, at least I thought so. So I wanted to see what they thought was wrong with it in 13 minutes or less. So why not check it out, guys? But if you guys like reaction, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please make sure to check the description for there is a link in it to the original video and to my Facebook or Twitter. But let's get right into the reaction, guys. It's just intimidating. You're gonna spoil
Platinum Dunes. Reading. Also, the movie lets us know up front we're going to have to keep up with days and or dates and times and just all that. So the concept is if you make a sound, the creatures immediately hear you and they attack and kill you. Knowing this, how did it ever get to the point where anyone was ever able to put these signs up? Are you telling me these people didn't make any noises while doing this? Sure, let your
But there was I mean, you could just be really fucking quiet. I mean, like if they're using like a hammer, I guess what you're saying. But there was like one person talking about like if you stand by like a waterfall or something, it can kind of drown out your noise. So I mean, this law probably could have done it, put us up while being heard, or it might have been before the creatures really just started going everywhere. When they first came and people first raised that, so I could have put them up then, but I don't think it's really a big problem.
Run unsupervised through this abandoned grocery store with all this shit on the floor.
Yeah, I was
sure he's not clumsy enough to make any noise. Let him frolic. It's so hard for kids to just be kids these days since they're getting eaten. Please notice the hearing aid. No, seriously, please notice it. Man, no.
Well, actually, that's up there. I know she did.
No one is very good at looting in this town, even when there were enough people to loot the shit out of it. There appears to be a lot of packages of candy and nuts available, and there are still plenty of drugs behind the pharmacy counter.
No, black people took the goddamn drugs right now. I took all the candy and shit.
I assume that's racist. Okay, off we go. We totally trust our son not to pick that rocket back up and do what kids normally do, which is to totally ignore their parents and take the rocket.
Yeah, that's what he did. Though. I was so fucking mad. I saw the movie. Was like, he took the fucking rocket. I was like, why was nobody fucking watching the kid? Like, well, he's a kid. Of course, he's gonna do what kids do. Just ignore their parent, and he's gonna pick up the toy. But I was so mad. I was like, why didn't nobody ever fucking look at this shit? Like, why didn't they keep like they end up dying because of it? I was like, why the fuck nobody saw him take the toy? I'd have beat the hell out of my son, but hey, he died, so they got him anyway.
Rocket anyway. First off, the New York Post's front page would be more like, President sounds off, turn your sound off, or Simon says, no one dare disturb the sound of silence, or sound found to compound the frowns. Second off, this newspaper basically says that the invasion was so advanced that they found out the problem was sound much too late to do anything about it. Yet the New York Post was still putting out newspapers, as if fully staffed. It's like they found out the problem was sound, and then the creatures ate the entire headquarters of the New York Post on the same day. Yeah, Reagan should know better than to give this kid a toy rocket and leave him behind with those tempting batteries.
Yes.
But are Evelyn and Lee seriously not worried about...
Like, he left the batteries right where he can get them with the toy. I was like, why? Why would you do it? Like, I don't think he loved his son. I really don't. Or that is just really bad fucking parenting. I mean, I understand you gotta be quiet, but you can't make any noise, but like, he literally left the remote control playing in the batteries with this fucking son that just completely in fucking reach. When I saw that shit, I was like, you bunch of fucking, like, dumbasses. I was like, come on. Like, people really don't fucking watch their kids nowadays. It's ridiculous.
Oh, where their two kids are? They walked out of the store 15 seconds ago, and despite the world of danger they're in, nobody's bothered to check if the kids are still with them. Sure. This is the absolute worst way to walk back home with your family in a world where the sound-sensitive creatures are lurking everywhere. You have the kid who's most likely to cause trouble bringing up the rear of the single-file line, out of sight of the parents. It's a wonder he didn't get killed.
Yeah, he was right. Yeah, like you said, get killed because he was right in the back, and he was just walking, playing with the toy. He was right in the back. I was like, why the fuck? Like, if he should have been holding either his mom, his parents' hand. He should have been in front, or he should have been holding his older sister's hand, or she should have been carrying one or the other. But he should have just been way in the fucking back like that, where no one could get to him. Like that Like that's just retardedness. Let's just know it's a movie because I really like to feel like nobody, maybe besides white people, would do that. Would just leave the youngest all in the back and they're just walking like nothing happened.
Sooner. Also, I'm wondering why everybody had to go on this trip anyway.
Yeah.
If parents were just going to let one of their kids run around the store without keeping an eye on him,
True,
what difference would it have made if Reagan babysat this kid at home?
Yeah. Then that happened.
What exactly is the noise threshold here? They're clearly making some noise when they're walking around. There are f***ing leaves everywhere. And I know they yada yada some...
I believe it was supposed to be like a higher pitch noise, like just your if you were walking very clear, like really like softly with your foot, they wouldn't hear you. But if you were making like the fucking this little toy going off, then you would see, then they would hear you. I believe it was like the pitch of the noise.
Sand in, but how could they possibly have gathered that much f***ing sand to pour everywhere? And how did they figure out how much noise they could make? Did they originally have like a family of 10 and lost a few in testing out theories?
Then that's what
Kids.
happened.
Now I've got to do f***ing math to figure out how many days it's been since Bo died. And f*** that. The Los Angeles Times would like everyone to know they can hear you. Also in this newspaper, you can get the racing results, because apparently racing was going on without anyone at the track getting eaten during this time. Also,
He keeps bringing it up, but the maybe that was probably before, like, at least I think it was probably before, like, the creatures really started eating everybody, or yet before they came.
oh, I'm sure everything is being powered by a generator here. Well, with the electric company probably not in business anymore. But don't generators make noise? Even if you found a relatively quiet one.
Yeah, but if you were like but like doing that, like if you were down in your basement or some shit, I don't think they would hear you. At least not to me. I don't think. Oh man, guys. Okay, you got my back. Let's continue.
Don't generators make noise? Even if you found a relatively quiet one, wouldn't it produce more decibels than a toy rocket?
Yeah,
Also, just think about how many people have died going outside to pick up a paper that was going to let them know how to survive. And of course, Evelyn's pregnant because movie. But how irresponsible are these f***ing people? How do they even have quiet sex?
Yeah, that's the truth. Like she was pregnant, going outside, doing this and that. I'm like, why would you try to have more kids? Like, how would you even have sex? And like, you must not be very good because you gotta cover her mouth so she don't scream. Like, if you're doing, especially if you're like you're getting in and shit, the bed and shit squeaking. Like, how you have sex? How she even get pregnant? It must have been before the AIDS came or some shit. Because like if you're doing it right, you making some type of noise when you're getting it on. Either she screaming, headboard hitting against the head, or the headboard rocking against the wall and shit. The bed turning up. Like, if you hitting it real good, she's screaming her fucking out and her mind off. But how is she pregnant again? Because like I said, if you're doing it right, you're making some noise and having sex.
Like men are capable of having sex without sobbing loud.
Yeah.
So I hear. Also, Evelyn's baby bump brings up even more questions. Like, how do you keep a baby quiet? Even
That's
if you put
true.
the baby in a soundproof room until you can communicate with it and teach it sign language,
That's true.
you still have the problem of kids being kids. Especially at an age when they don't understand the gravity of the
Yeah, especially because babies, they cry. So babies, they cry all the fucking time. So like, how are they supposed to wear a soundproof or some shit?
situation. Sure, the kid would grow up learning sign language rather than speaking, but then they'd have to learn how to move without making noise and stifle all their crying. And you still have the problem you had with Rocket Man earlier. The kid could never go outside of that soundproof room for years. Totally get protecting yourself, but those kids are going to make an awful lot of noise when they pass out and crash to the floor from all the glue fumes. So, do the creatures not have the ability to smell either? Because that fire is definitely not a great idea if they do. The movie never says one way or another, but surely hearing isn't their only sense.
No, but I think it was because I think it was the only sense, at least as far as like you said, the movie didn't tell us. But you just could assume because it didn't. It was probably like how some animals don't really like smell or think they hear it. They hear like everything they hear with. That's just like that like their entire sense. I think that was for them too. Like, basically, just their entire sense was hearing, and they really didn't use anything else.
Baked floorfish. The problem with a movie that shows us a room this well lit is that you wonder why they ever needed a f***ing lantern close by. This house is filled with electric lights all over the place, so this lantern is merely serving its purpose as an unnecessary troublemaker. Nearly impossible raccoons show up to be jump-scaring dicks just when Lee starts looking for creatures outside. Also, who cares if this noise was a raccoon and not a creature? Wouldn't the creature come running after this furry dumbass as soon as he screeched outside?
That's true. He's actually bringing up some good points. I mean, it's funny. He's actually bringing up some good points.
Kids, how did he even acquire all this equipment? How many electronic stores could be within walking distance? And some of this stuff looks like you'd have to special order it. Nail shadowing. Also, I can see why this wooden staircase would need nails, because there are places where nails are necessary. But why the f*** is there a nail right in the middle of this step? Nowhere near anything that fastens the step to anything else on the staircase. What exactly was this nail nailing?
it nailed her feet to the ground when she walked on it, or he walked. I forget who walked on it. But that's true. Like I actually I hate when people do just leave nails or like the little fucking puss pin nails is all over the place just so you can step on. Like if I were to see that, like I'd have took some shit and possibly like remove that shit or put something over it so when you ran, your feet wouldn't go right through the shit.
Did Lee test this theory out himself one day? I mean, it makes sense that the waterfall would cover up the noise, but why take a chance?
True.
It should be noted that this girl who is hearing impaired is looking straight ahead, disregarding all those noisy, crunchy leaves. Remember, these kids are walking on their tippy toes around the house, trying to make sure they don't make any noise. But sure, this girl can walk over leaves and not get killed.
Do you blame her for what happened?
I would hope.
Again, it's like I think it's like it's a hype. Like you walk on some leaves, it's probably not loud enough for them to really like come and get you. I think you have to do like a certain high pitch of noise.
Not. It's been a whole 400 and math. Conveniently, everyone is having their own little remember Bo moment as Lee and Marcus are having their conversation.
Yeah, she like walked off by her fucking self or some shit. I'd have beat the hell out of my daughter. I ain't gonna fucking lie. When she walked off to go to the grave, I'd have took my belt. I had to cover her hand because it's coming in the mud, but I'd have beat the shit out of her. Like, you gonna walk to the grave and then seeing that coming back, they didn't get attacked, but she wasn't there to help her mom, protect her mom. And she was off having her own little, oh my God, I'm mad at my parents. Let me go visit my dead brother grave. But it's your fault, bitch, because he was walking right behind you. You didn't look on when you took the motherfucking toy in the back. It's just stupidness. Oh, guys, sorry, man. Sorry about guys. You just get what I'm saying. She was having like the whole, teenage girlfriend moment, and it was at the wrong time and definitely the wrong fucking place. The quiet place.
It was no one's fault. Except that it was totally Reagan's fault.
It was okay.
I guess this movie thought you were bored, so this random old guy will now scream about his dead wife so that we can see the creature do some murdering again. Kind of amazing it happened on the very day Lee took his son out in the woods for the first time. Oh wow, Evelyn's water broke at a super inconvenient time. That's surprising, said no one. He's so hard.
Look at that fucking nail. She turned away, you just tapped on that shit too. God, I hate nails.
Movie. Also, tetanus. We're about to see one of these things walking around the house, and these creatures have acute hearing, but they can't hear a breaker switch being flipped. Also, if these creatures have such acute hearing that they know exactly where a noise came from, why isn't this thing already down here searching for its dinner? Also, this monster was very quiet when it entered the house. Did it use the front door instead of smashing through a window? Every single time these creatures attack, they were in full-on fuck you mode, so it's kind of crazy that this creature was so polite, even if it didn't bother to knock first. Jesus, how long do these assholes investigate sounds? If their prey made a sound 3 minutes ago, how do they hope to find it if it's not making noise anymore?
True. He put a lot of good points over the whole nails for her, kind of give him the toy rock and him taking the fucking batteries and shit, which it was her fault. It was the mother's fault. It was her fault. If we're being honest about it, it was her fault. Like, it's no one's fault. Like, no, bitch, it's your fault. And like in front of our daughter, it's no one's fault. But in private, bitch, it is your fault. Like, we're being honest. I think he's saying no thing, but a lot of Slade's brain was kind of like irreverent. Like, the creature not coming through the window or something like that, being very quiet, not fighting, things like that. But he actually has made a lot of good points throughout the thing so far. Really
God
funny.
damn it! I knew those aliens from Signs would somehow figure into this farmhouse horror movie. What the led this asshole up here? Evelyn ran up the stairs while the creature was thrashing about in the basement. So what did it hear? Cool! She gave birth during the fireworks! That was...
Oh, cool. No, who's about to see? Pick up. Oh my God, this dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. Alright, guys, I'm back as fast as up. This has been pretty fast so far. He's actually made a lot of good points. The whole her giving the child a toy, which was her fault, and them letting the batteries just sit to the point where he could reach them, then letting the child walk all the way the fuck behind him, the youngest one, all the way behind him with the tour airplane, nobody looking at him. It's just white people shit, as we say. or the girl running off the house at a desperate moment when she's pregnant and alone by herself or monster to go visit her little brother's grave because she's in a pissy ass mood and she wants to throw a teen fit like everybody else.
All the yelling and screaming, for sure. But how did she cut her own umbilical cord?
True.
Did she manage to take some scissors with her while she was running for her life? Also,
like
Evelyn's water broke like 10 minutes ago. She went through the quickest labor, birth, and getting the baby to sleep in the history of childbirth. All because the movie wants her to live. Movies. Look, guys, I'm not going to run silently out in the open when there are blind murder demons lurking about. So instead, I'll run much louder through the corn, where I can't be seen by those same murder demons, who are blind and have awesome hearing. I guess it's like steering into the skid when you're driving on ice.
True. Yeah, nobody heard
Yeah,
the baby.
you didn't think about that, did you? I mean, the economic burden of having a third child, of course. You've been planning for a baby for 9 months and couldn't figure out a proper door for your hide-a-baby room?
Yeah.
I know you can't make noise, so stuff like hammering is out of the question. Unless you've got a bunch of fireworks to shoot off one day. Ah, well. This baby in a box wearing an oxygen mask thing is definitely going to work for this movie. But realize this would need to happen almost every day. Let's give a conservative estimate of 1 in 4 chance that the creature shows up anytime the baby makes noise. That means a full quarter of your ear is hiding out down here with only a mattress between you and a bloodthirsty creature.
Yeah, because now she normally, like you say, she gave birth like the quickest child labor ever, which it normally takes child labor a very long time, like hours upon hours to give birth. And she got the baby to be quiet on his first birth. Like I say, knowing that baby probably would have died, or they would have been able to hide. Like I say, it's movie logic. In real life, that shit probably wouldn't have, like you said, you had to hire in there. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry about guys, I was saying, you probably have to hire. There's probably a lot of stuff you would have to do, honestly, to keep that baby alive, which most likely probably would have died in real life.
Also, this baby is going to have some traumatic childhood memories to get over. Hopefully there are some therapists left when he's older. Okay, so while we're being total dicks
Them things were fucking disgusting. Oh, they were so creepy.
to this movie for no good reason, it must be said that the use of sound and the lack thereof is amazing.
Yeah,
also, any movie
amazing.
that is so tense that it makes assholes feel the need to be quiet in a theater is doing something right. So we're going to remove 5 cents. Sure, this ear thing is convenient as but at least it's not water that ends up being the savior. Still, sin for the convenience. You're safe. They can't hear us. Okay, so now the movie is probably cheating on the amount of sound these creatures can hear from any random spot in the
Sorry, guys. Stop it.
woods. They can apparently hear a picture frame crash in a basement, but they couldn't hear any of the noise down here because, yes, soundproofed it, but you've got a f***ing mattress over the opening. I agree, mattresses could provide some soundproofing, but we're talking about creatures with hearing ability that is 1,053% better than humans.
Damn, really? Was that much?
Congratulations, that jump scare just cost you your life. Oh wait, it didn't? Damn. How good are these creatures hearing again? Sure, this water shows up right as Lee starts walking away, and that's the movie's explanation for him not seeing it, but how does he not hear it? Good thing Evelyn doesn't snore or make any other bodily noises when she sleeps.
Damn.
Speaking of which, we could have a whole discussion on how the f*** this family trained themselves not to make any body noises while asleep.
Yeah, how does your stomach not grumble like you on fire or some shit? Just let one loose down in the kitchen. Ooh.
Here's some
What
f***ing
a-
bull right here. Earlier in this movie, Lee and Marcus were yelling like a bunch of assholes behind a waterfall because it was safe and but now that the creature is directly next to loud water, he can hear half a mile away.
Again, movie logic.
Little known fact, this movie was originally about killer corn, and they decided to leave one of the scenes in. Wow, earlier when that door fell into the silo, I thought that was terrible luck for Marcus, as he almost got smashed by it. But now I realize it was great luck, because it's like the headboard in Titanic that saves, well, at least Rose. I would have removed all the sins if he had pulled out some other person from the corn. Like, this is the perfect time for a Matt Damon cameo. Sure, it would have ruined all the suspense, but Matt Damon! How the hell did this monster jump into the silo with only one opening into it that they were looking at without being seen? And especially heard, at least by Marcus. You think this dickhead climbed up a silo without making some noise? Does it know it's in a movie called A Quiet Place? If they were sinking before getting on top of the broken silo door, why are they not sinking now? Like, they would sink, right? But the door would stay above the corner. Hey, he left a nice...
Which is true, because no, like I said, I'm realizing you would have sinking pride would have suffocated under the corn. Because I don't think I don't know I was strong aware, but I don't think they were trying to remove that door, so they probably would have suffocated under the corn. Probably still better to be eaten alive by an ugly ass creature.
human-sized hole to walk out of. That sure was nice of him. Like, hasn't this movie broken its own rules? These creatures are blind with super hearing. But what exactly did Lee do here that attracted the attention of this thing? And why was it sitting on the top of this shed anyway? Hey guys, I'm a big dumb alien creature. I got these big teeth.
That's why Riley even was a whisper. But so far, he has put out some very good points that are just kind of being dicks about it. Because at the end of the day, it's a fantastic movie, and y'all kinds of being dicks about it. But like he said, there's just some shit that just in real life just wouldn't happen. Like not how you got your body not making body noise. Why the fuck would you have a third baby and all this shit? The fuck anyway? No, you have to grow up, probably have to put on some sound type of shit. Have to teach them like all this shit. Like why would you even have another kid? Because I wouldn't. I think that was just dumb. Oh man, guys. Like that's fans up. Like he's saying, the fact that he's standing there wasn't making any noise, and the creature just happened to see him, but that's not. It's not. It's not supposed to have eyesight.
Why was it sitting on the top of this shed anyway? Hey guys, I'm a big dumb alien creature. I have these big teeth and claws, but I'd rather just sneak up on you when the movie needs suspense. Oh no, the T-Rex found Lex and Tim. Dr. Grant, quick, distract it with a road flare.
I love you.
Great moment and all, but I guess this creature has a profound sense of drama to allow it to happen right after it heard a noise that usually causes an instant murder-death kill. Man, how upset is she going to be when she realizes later if she had just left her earpiece setting the way it was, she could have saved her father. I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there were a lot of things in the movie that you were thinking like in real life you would have done this shit. And like I say, he's actually putting out a lot of good points. Like we know she had because her earpiece produced such a sound that it kind of just scared the trenches and they couldn't really tell what was going on. So if she just left her earpiece on that setting, see what her father would be get away. But like I say, he had to die because it's a movie and they need a reason.
He's making a sacrifice, and that's what's important here. But I'm kind of surprised he didn't want to at least try to hit the monster with his axe. But sometimes when you're playing Dark Souls, you just realize it's impossible and give up. Oh, are the creatures gone? Is it all over? Man, it's great when someone can sacrifice themselves and all the creatures just leave. Wait, that's not what happened? Then why are they risking all this emotion outside where there are still creatures lurking about? Look, before I didn't say anything about Evelyn not doing anything about this nail because she was giving birth at the time, and I hear that's a high-stress event. Also, she was being chased by murder aliens, which is a close second to childbirth. But now she's been safe in the house for a whole day. And at the very least, put a Krylon cap over that thing so everyone knows where it is and can avoid it. Reagan does not know about the nail, but as usual, none of her parents love her enough to tell her that shit. What exactly brought this thing here? It didn't make a sound. Guess these guys are sentient and can remember where they heard noises before. And at least can make out that humans live around here. But now this creature's just being a dick. There's no reason for it to be here other than the movie needed a revelation about them at the end.
True.
So she's not about to have a Kaiser Soze moment and save the day, is she?
But she did.
Guess she is. Kind of hard to believe that the military or anybody who ever tried to shoot one of these things never found this easily detectable weak spot to kill them. You might be thinking, well, they need the hearing aid's feedback to weaken them before they expose the weak spot. And I'm telling you, this is not what the movie showed us earlier before Reagan started making noise. You know what that means? The security cameras are coming back online just in time for everyone to realize that there are more creatures coming. And everyone can get in the classic hearing aid distraction anti-Oakley position.
And that's how that movie.
I do love this ending. We got some badasses in here. Remove a sin, movie.
Is this like the thing?
30 inches of thigh slapping, blood pumping, nuclear brain damage.
Are they not doing something?
Where are they?
I will find him.
Promise me. You will protect them.
I promise. I will never die.
I'm gonna fucked up penis thing.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
No.
Our brothers to the south call you Jesus.
No.
We thank you so much for this bountiful harvest of Domino's, KFC, and always delicious Taco Bell.
Alright, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Again, they did bring up a lot of good points, but other things that were kind of just nitpicking a bit. I feel like it was just kind of like nitpicking a little bit. It wasn't really necessary. But one of the big deals definitely about that nail, the fact she didn't put something to cover up that fucking nail after you just stepped on all the bloods. I was like, I don't know why they didn't do something about the nail. And things you know about not saving her dad. There's a lot of shit that he brought actually made really good points that probably in real life you would have died from. Like I said, the nail, the mom kind of killing her son by giving her the toys, and then Daniel leaving just the batteries there just so the kid can grab them. And how about the kid walking all the way in the fucking back where nobody else is looking at him? They're all just walking a straight line. Like nobody's like turning back. It's like, oh, is he okay? It's just there. No, they're all just walking a straight line like he's in front of him. Like I said, he should have either been with his mom, his dad, or his sister, or he should have been in the front of the group where they could have got to him very easy and they could have ran. No, he was all in the back playing with a fucking toy that they let him get that made sound. And it's a lot of dumb shit in what they did. They probably could like solve. Anyway, guys, this video is long enough. This is the end of the video. Please let me know your thoughts and comments looking down below. Also, if you guys did like my reactions, I hope you did. Please give me a thumbs up. I'll subscribe to my channel for more videos. Please Make sure again check the description below for the Resident Evil, as well as my Facebook and Twitter. Also, thank you to all the guys who stayed and watched the end of the video. I know there were some problems in there, but I thank you guys. This is your boy Rock Reaction. I'm out. Peace.